As an experienced seller on the Amazon platform, I'm commonly asked by beginners whether Amazon FBA is difficult. And my answer to that question is no, it's not difficult as long as you know what you're doing. Getting to the point of being a profitable Amazon FBA seller requires dedication and following a lot of steps, and those all need to be executed to the best of your ability. If you're learning how to become a seller without any guidance whatsoever, then you're probably going to find the process quite overwhelming at times, because you're not going to know what order to do things in or even what to do altogether. So to increase your chances of success and to help stop you missing out any important steps of the process, I'm going to walk you through my Amazon FBA beginners checklist, which should take you through all of the main action steps that you need to follow if you want to become a successful seller. Whilst this isn't going to make the process of becoming a seller as easy as if you were doing it with complete guidance, like with my mentor program, wink wink, it will certainly make things a lot easier than wandering around in the dark doing it completely alone. First things first, as soon as you've decided that you want to earn stacks of cash being an Amazon FBA seller, you're going to need to create a business. Most people choose the limited company route rather than the sole trader one, and that's because it's the more efficient method when it comes to extracting cash, i.e. you'll be paying less tax. Setting up a business can be pretty overwhelming if you haven't got a financial or business background, so my advice is to speak with Awesome, who are a digital accounting firm that specializes in working with Amazon FBA sellers. If you use the link in the description of this video, you can set up a free intro call with them where they'll let you know whether setting up a limited company is worth it or not, and if it is, they'll do all of the work for you for just £1. Regardless of whether you choose to become a limited company or operate as a sole trader, you're going to need an accountant, so it's well worth speaking with Awesome in any event. Once you've got your limited company set up, which shouldn't take more than a few days, you'll need to take the next step, which is to get a business bank account. All of the banks that you'll find on the high street are accepted by Amazon, but they often have really slow application processes. Instead, I'd recommend choosing a digital bank such as Wise, Tide, or Starling, all of which work with Amazon and should allow you to get your own account set up in a short amount of time. As soon as you receive your business bank details and you get your debit card, if applicable, you'll need to create your Amazon sellers account. When filling out the application form, make sure that you triple check that all of the details are correct, because if they're not, you'll fail verification checks and you'll be stopped before you've even started. So that's the boring admin side of your Amazon FBA business taken care of. Next comes the fun part: product research or finding a product to sell. There are tons of different ways to find Amazon FBA products to sell, and if you browse my YouTube channel, you'll see numerous tutorials that will give you lots of ideas of where to start. In order to actually do your product research, you'll need to make sure that you've got a laptop and a subscription to Helium 10, and that's going to allow you to assess any product's level of demand and how much each seller is making. A general rule of thumb with any product niche that you come across is that it needs to have 1, revenue on average of 3 times your monthly profit target, 2, a profit margin of at least 30% before ads, and 3, an opportunity for you to differentiate, i.e. stand out from the crowd and sell. If you can find a niche that satisfies these 3 criteria as a minimum, then you've potentially got a product that's going to generate you enough profit to be worth your while. Additional verification steps that you'll want to put any Amazon FBA product through before you decide to sell it are checking that it's not patent protected or an Amazon restricted product, checking that it's not seasonal or trending, and it's not in a saturated niche, and that it's not something that's likely to break easily or have a high fault rate. If the product that you found passes all of these checks, then you may well have got yourself a winner. So give yourself a pat on the back. After you've decided on the product that you want to sell on Amazon FBA, you'll need to order and evaluate a sample from a trustworthy and reliable manufacturer, and those can usually be found on websites such as Alibaba. Remember to remove any emotion from the sample testing process. If the quality is poor and it's unlikely to be loved by customers, bin the supplier and find somebody else. If their quality sucks too, then it could just be a product that generally is poor quality, so you'll be better off looking for a different product opportunity altogether, rather than ordering a load of units that get bad reviews and then don't sell. Provided the sample that you receive from your supplier is good quality, you'll then need to create your products listing on Amazon. In order to do this, you'll firstly need to purchase a barcode from GS1, or apply for what's known as a GTIN exemption. And you can do that easily by searching for the GTIN exemption application form when logged into your Amazon account. When writing your products listing on Amazon, remember that you should never just jam in relevant keywords for the sake of it. Your title, bullet points, and description all need to make complete sense, because at the end of the day, it's going to be a human reading it and deciding if they want to buy from you. Think about the problems that your product solves and why the customer should choose you over your competition, and then write that down in a compelling but logical way. To help you understand the best keywords to include in your listing, use Helium 10's keyword and listing optimization tools. For your images, you'll either need to get a graphics designer from Fiverr who can then piece something together using stock images and renders, or hire a local photographer that you can source online. Once you've told your supplier that you're happy for them to go ahead and manufacture your products for you, if you want to brand your product, get them to send you the product's packaging template, and then head over to Fiverr, hire a designer and get them to make you a cool logo and some decent box art. This is a great way to stand out from the crowd, and it's an essential step to take if you want to build a strong private label business that you can hopefully sell for millions in years to come. If you're struggling for a brand name to give your product, you can use websites such as Namelix or any other brand name generator that you can find on Google. To give yourself the best chances of success, try to think of a brand name that's easy to spell, memorable, and is English sounding. Typically, as soon as you place an order for your Amazon FBA product with your supplier, they're going to request a deposit up front, and that can range from 30 to 50%. If you found the supplier on Alibaba, then you can pay with a credit or debit card, or a cheaper way is to do a bank transfer with Wise. Depending on the complexity of the product being made, the manufacturing part of the process should have completed within 2 to 3 weeks, at which point you should log into your Amazon seller account and create a shipment plan. And that's where Amazon will give you the labels that need to be stuck on to each carton. To help you fill out all of the boxes in the shipping plan, ask your supplier for what's known as a packing list. Following that, you'll need to arrange the shipment of your product, which you can do directly with your supplier or via a freight forwarder. Depending on whether you choose to ship by air or sea, your product should arrive at Amazon's warehouse within 2 to 6 weeks. And once it does, you'll be very close to becoming a fully fledged Amazon seller. Before you do start selling to customers though, you'll need to double check your listing makes sense, and then subtly get a couple of distant friends to buy the product and then leave you a review. This isn't allowed by Amazon, and it's not an essential step to take by any means, but if you do want to do it to help your conversion, make sure you ask people who don't regularly go to your house or who have the same surname as you. If you want to increase the amount of sales that you make as quickly as possible, then you'll need to make use of advertising on Amazon, which uses the pay-per-click system, i.e. you're only charged each time a customer clicks on to your listing. If you're new to advertising on Amazon and you've never experienced pay-per-click before, my advice is to create an automatic campaign only. But if you're a bit more experienced, then you can start to look at the more advanced manual campaign types. Start with a modest budget of £10 or $10 per day, and don't forget to review your campaign's performance every single day by reviewing the keywords that are getting you the most clicks. If they're irrelevant or costing too much, then you can remove them from your campaigns so that you don't get charged for them anymore. Keeping on top of your Amazon business's profitability is an incredibly important step to take. So make sure that you review how much profit you're making every single day and take appropriate actions if it's not enough. I use the Shopkeeper app to tell me how much profit I'm making, and that means that I don't have to mess about with calculators or guessing whether I'm making or losing money. I simply load up the phone app and then I can see straight away how much I've made to the penny. It takes no effort at all. And I'll put a free 30-day trial link in the description of this video, so make sure you use it so that you don't lose track of your profits. And that, guys, is pretty much a list of all of the essential steps that you simply cannot afford to miss out on when creating your Amazon FBA business. Whilst it might seem like a lot to take in and quite difficult to follow, trust me, once you've gone through the process once, you'll question what you found so hard in the first place. To help increase the chances of you guys smashing it the first time round, you can download my Amazon Sellers Checklist for free by visiting the link in the description. So download it, print it, and then tick each item off as you complete it. And before you know it, you'll be a top performing Amazon seller. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe for more Amazon FBA content, and I'll see you next time.